speaking of going full Islamic and going full retard, do you see what's going on with your friend Tucker Carlson these days? Who is the Islamic regime Ayatollah playing to use as propaganda in Iran? None other than Tucker Carlson. Do you have this clip, Rob? This is what the Shah, this is what Ayatollah of Iran is playing to indoctrinate his own people, to galvanize them to not overthrow his regime. Go ahead.
Wait, stop, Armin. So the Islamic regime right now is literally broadcasting Tucker Carlson interviews in Persian on their 24-hour news channel. The country is in a state of chaos, and yet for some reason, the Islamic regime is choosing to play Tucker Carlson interviews because this is like, you know, it's Islamist propaganda. I'm just filming this right now because if I didn't do this, no one would believe. This is literally what's going on in occupied Iran right now.
I listened to that conversation that he had.
But did you listen to what she just said?
I did.
So why is the Ayatollah of Iran playing
because
Tucker
it's pro-Iranian, obviously. It's pro their regime.
So
well, do you guys know
why would Tucker Carlson defend the Ayatollah regime?
I'm not saying.
Explain that. Riddle me that.
I don't. Well, first
and I'm not
of all,
coming at you. I know you said
Adam, no,
that you're his
Adam,
friend. But
Adam,
explain that to me.
That's an unfair straw man question. Why is he? He's not. He's not defending the Iranian regime.
Then why are they playing him?
But well,
they could play.
But what you've just done,
Tucker?
you're making the argument, and you're answering it with your pejorative line of questioning. First of all, he has allowed Tucker Carlson. We have to have people interview other people now, and he's interviewing this, the president of
But that
Iran.
wasn't the president of Iran who he was interviewing.
Who was
interviewing
interviewing?
at the
Larry
time.
Sanger
He was
from,
interviewing some random guy.
But what
Okay,
that
but my
does
point is this:
just so you
we
know
need to hear some. Yeah, he did not ask in his questions when he did that interview, which I listened to. There was questions I wish he would have asked, and he didn't. I wasn't there. I don't know.
I'm
but
not
I know
asking
that
you to defend
we
or
need
not
to have.
defend
Well, we
Tucker. I'm
have
just
to
saying,
have.
Why
we
is
have
the
to have
Ayatollah even thinking about considering playing
That's
Tucker Carlson propaganda?
That's
to
how-
me, these are the questions that need to be asked.
These are obviously how desperate the situation is in Iran right now. That they got. What do we got? We got Tucker. He's saying
So
he's
who's
not
the useful
attacking.
idiot we could use? Tucker Carlson?
Well, I would say in that situation, yeah, they feel like that conversation buttresses their support for the regime.
Vinny,
It's
what
not
do you
going to make a
think?
difference.
Well, I was just thinking, you guys know who Omid Malik is. He's the Iranian, he had Iranian mother, Pakistani father who invested the $15 million for Tucker to start TCN. That's number one. Which just giving a little bit backstory, history. But then, Rob, I'm just curious. Did you hear when Tucker was like, they asked him, so you're buying property in Qatar? And he goes, yeah, because I'm an American.
I'm an
and that's what
American
Americans
citizen.
do. And it's
what we do as Americans.
Has nothing to do with it. And it just feels probably because he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was interviewing the founder of Wikipedia, because they were talking about, the West and how the West talks about this and that, which, I mean, there is a reason that they're playing him. But Tucker and friends and all that aside, the shift of Tucker Carlson from going, I get it, criticize America, fine. I criticize America, especially during 9/11 and George Bush. I've revisited that 20 times. But you cannot deny the shift in, buying land in Qatar, them playing you, which, I mean, of anything. By the way, internet's down, complete blackout. Why aren't they playing you, Rob? Why aren't they playing Deuce Bigelow? They're not playing Deuce Bigelow. They're playing Tucker Carlson talking crap about the United States.
It certainly doesn't look good.
Because he went full retard.
No, it certainly doesn't look good.
Why do you feel the need to defend Tucker?
Because
I
he's
didn't ask
not
you to do
here.
that.
He's not here. And also, I think that the one of the great strengths that we have and what you guys have and what you have here is, whether you like it or not, is to hear opposing views. And it may be views that you don't like.
I'm going to give something that's going to be very weird.
And that is, and I got to tell you, I don't agree with it. But at the same time, to just attack somebody, you got to take a look at the totality. And yeah, I think that there is some potential, corruption in the fact that there's not questions asked that I would have asked, but I'm not that guy.
Corruption in who?
Well, I'm saying that the interview seemed to have
with the president of Iran.
had a corrupt. I mean, there was some corruption as far as I just think, journalistically. But that's my
So
my
we're on the
opinion.
same page that Tucker
That's my
Carlson
opinion.
has been corrupted.
No, I'm saying that interview I think could have been, but I'm not an interviewer. I don't do that. So I would say, like, what you do is you can put information out there and
Tell
let
me
people
why
look
this
at
is a
it.
big deal, Adam. Why is this a big deal that they're playing Tucker? So because originally, what would have made it a big deal if he was if they're showing what clip?
If they're showing what clip of Tucker?
What would have made it? What clip would I have said? Why are they showing this clip? An interview with who?
With the president
But it wasn't.
of Iran.
It was an
Exactly.
interview with Wikipedia guy.
Yeah.
So
So
what was
Because
he
they're
saying?
trying to
What was he
rewrite
saying?
history.
Yeah, I don't know, but all I'm saying is, like, who cares if they're showing the clip? Like, you think they're using it to show what? Hey,
Yeah,
Tucker's
I
on our
think-
side? I'm asking Adam. What do you think is
I'm saying, so the fact that they're saying, hey guys, so let's back up a second,
Yeah.
if you may. This regime is about to collapse, in my opinion.
okay, sure.
On Kalshi, who's the number one person on the list that's most likely to be toppled?
Khamenei, one of the sons.
So he's clinging for life.
Yes.
So what does a desperate animal do when he's clinging to life? He's going to fight back. So he's going to use whatever weapons at his disposal to fight. He's killing his own people. More people have been killed by the Iranian
I get that.
regime
That's not what I'm asking you.
this year.
Yeah.
So when you're desperate, you do stupid things. So he brings out this useful idiot, Tucker, to say, hey guys, we're actually good people. Listen to what this American journalist has to say
But
Let me
what did he
clarify.
say,
about us.
though?
Let me
What I'm trying to
clarify.
say is, what did he say?
Yeah,
They
what
showed
was
a
he saying?
Larry Sanger clip.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it's
First of
not
all, they're
like
in
it's
free
just-
fall.
it's
They're in
He's
free fall.
defending the regime.
But it's
Adam,
not
I
Khamenei.
That's
Do you
the
think
thing. He's
Khamenei's
defending the regime.
Adam,
If the
sensibly?
Do you think that they would
conversation-
play a clip of him dismantling the regime?
Adam, can I ask you a
No.
question? Do you think
so they're
Khamenei knows
using
how
a
to-
clip of him defending the regime, saying,
right.
"Listen, guys,
Adam,
we're not
you're
that
not making
bad."
sense. You're not
Even
making sense.
Tucker Carlson thinks
You're not
we're
making
great.
sense. You're not
I
making
think,
sense.
Respectfully, I think I'm making complete
No,
sense.
you're not, because
and you
Khamenei-
haven't made one valid point.
Khomeini doesn't know how to use the internet. He's not doing it. His people, obviously,
Exactly.
somebody's doing that. But I just want to correct something. I said I didn't say that. I don't mean to say that I think that Tucker is corrupt. I'm saying that
I do.
There's something wrong in that conversation that he had, because I think that is. He's missed out on an opportunity.
I'll
It's a
give it-
question.
When you miss out on
It's a question.
opportunity,
Here's what I would
at
say.
some point you say, well, maybe you're compromised.
Adam,
Yes, sir.
here's what I would say. Do I think his positions changed a little bit while he's saying, I've never met anybody bad that's from Pakistan. They've been very good. I've never met anybody. It's a little weird on his positioning with the video and the messaging from 5 years ago, 10 years ago to where he's at today.
Okay, I'll give you
little
that.
weird on what's
Different,
going on. So
yeah.
There's other examples, but go on.
there's many examples to go through, plethora of examples to go through. on
It's
what
as
he's
if
doing.
he forgot the internet exists and,
And
the internet is
by the way,
forever.
I'm not even talking Israel. I mean,
I haven't brought up Israel once.
The argument against Israel, call it out, control, all of that stuff. I'm comfortable
I'm
with
talking
that.
as an
Have that
American.
debate. I'm talking about Iran and the Middle East.
Yeah.
I look at this clip. I do think he made the president of Iran seem like a nice guy.
Sweetheart.
I do think he made it. I would have interviewed in a very different way. What I'm specifically isolating is this singular video that people are reacting to say what happened. Do you know yesterday, who was the Anna Paulina Luna we had on the do you know what clip was going viral yesterday?
What was that?
Let me show you what clip was going viral yesterday. Anna Paulina Luna, my phone is blowing up. Did you hear? Is this true that
What did she
Anna
say?
Paulina Luna said on your podcast that Erica Kirk lost her kids? You guys see this clip? No. By the way,
Lisa
tens
showed me.
of millions of views. So watch this clip.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rob.
I don't think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she
lost her kids.
Yeah, that's
right?
anyone.
She
If that's
misspoke.
the
No,
White House,
she
my
misspoke.
husband,
She meant she
that's
lost her
Guys,
kid's husband.
Of course, I know she misspoke. What I'm trying to tell you is the internet goes and takes this and says, Erica Kirk lost her kids.
Yeah.
I know, but
That's
those
what
are
happened.
morons.
So the point I'm going to is I'm isolating this clip. If Iran was going to use the TV that they control to show a clip, they should have shown Pezeshkian's clip, not Larry Sanger. Like,
Well, how do we know
Wikipedia.
that they haven't shown
If
that as well?
That girl who showed it would have also shown that other clip. If they did show, like for instance,
Mm-hmm.
if today somebody shows a clip and says, here's Iran showing a clip of Tucker with the president of Iran, now I will say Tucker is helping out Iran.
May
but
I-
this clip, I don't see point of it.
Let me
May I-
ask you a
may I-
question.
look,
Yeah,
can I
of
just
Specific
jump in?
question.
Adam,
Hold on,
can I
hold
just
on.
jump in?
Let me ask Pat. Why would they show anything of Tucker.
So let me ask you a
I think
question.
you're
if
also-
all of a sudden they show a clip of PBD podcast in Russia, what does that mean?
Exactly.
If all of a sudden
Thank
they
you.
show a clip of us in Israel, what does that
We
mean?
have to look
if
at-
all of, so imagine somebody comes out, you know, the Israeli TV is showing PBD podcast. We always knew they were bought. Pump the brakes,
Exactly.
guys. So
You need
we
to-
have to
Adam,
be
Can I
very
give you
careful.
one counter argument and then you can go?
No,
Can I give one?
No.
Can I give one, Rob
because-
Schneider?
No, Adam, you
Can I give one?
I'm
Rob,
going to
say
jump
that
in.
I'll come
I'm a
to your
guest. I'm a guest. So
counter-argument.
let me
Okay,
speak.
you are
I'm
the
a
guest.
guest.
Go to Rob, and then
so
I'll
let me
come to
speak.
you. Go ahead,
Okay,
Rob.
I know because what you have is you've already made your conclusions and you're not listening to any evidence, and that's ignorant.
You haven't
no,
given
that is
one
absolutely
shred
ignorant.
of evidence
Rob, make
other
it-
than
no.
you're friends with Tucker.
I am friends with Tucker, but
Bingo.
I'm also that has nothing to do with it. I'm also a logical, rational person, and you
am I.
are not being logical and rational.
Rob, I wanna hear
Because
your
otherwise, you
thoughts.
wouldn't
Go
make a
ahead.
straw man
Let me
argument,
hear
which you
Rob's
have.
thoughts.
The thought is simply this, Adam. You have to look at the totality of what somebody's contribution as a journalist. And yes, I would have asked different questions. And PBD, you absolutely would have been able to ask more pertinent questions that I think would have been helpful in that conversation. And I was disappointed. But you have to look at the totality of Tucker Carlson, that he has made, I would say, the United States and the world a freer place because of his journalism. Is it perfect? Is anybody's perfect? And I think like in that particular situation, it wasn't. And I would say corrupt in the sense of as if something was underneath of it that wasn't as good as it could be. Just like a corrupt, if you're making a building and then the beams aren't right, there's something wrong in that conversation. But whatever. The totality of Tucker Carlson is undeniably that he's made journalism a better place. Is it perfect? No. But is it proof that he's being used by the somebody on the team of the ignorant team of Khamenei's internet group? Is that proof of anything? Absolutely not,
Give you a
Adam.
rebuttal,
I will say
Adam,
that-
so I want to the
Absolutely
next
not.
story.
The problem is you just walked into my trap.
Oh, here it comes.
Because here it is.
Here we go.
Who did you just call out in an amazing, incredible way at Turning Point USA? What was her name? Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Now, the totality of her contribution to society has been incredible.
I don't think so.
However,
I don't think
the
so.
last year or two, she's been a destructive force. And that's exactly what Tucker Carlson has done. I'm not talking about
give me the
what he said
totality.
during 9/11. I'm not saying what he said during COVID. I'm saying in the last year, Tucker Carlson, much like Candace, has taken a weird turn where you become anti-American, anti-truth, and anti-normal American thoughts.
All right.
So,
Now, those
so
are-
if you're
you-
going to call
you
out
had me-
Candace,
you can
how do you
say-
not feel like calling out Tucker?
Because the
Because
last
they're doing the
four
exact
things,
same thing.
The four
Show me the difference between Tucker and Candace
The last
in the last
four
year.
accusations.
You can't.
The last four accusations that you made in a row after making a decent argument about saying that it's shifted. Yes, there are shifts is happening, but you can't jump to a conclusion that he's anti-American. I think what you have.
I didn't say that he's
You
anti-American.
did. You just said. Let's go back and listen to it.
I'm saying
You said he was
I'm saying-
anti-American. You just said it.
You just said
You just said
The reason
anti-American.
I
Now
said
you're
that is because he
denying
said I bought a house in Qatar because I'm American. If you want to be pro-American, go buy a house in Detroit.
That's it, but
go buy a
That's
house in
also
Phoenix.
Adam,
That's a
that's a
different
silly argument.
criticism.
That's a
No,
silly
that's-
Are
argument.
we saying that Tucker Carlson hasn't making a drastic turn over the last 12 months where average people are like, what's up
but
with
wait
him?
a minute. I say he has.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's my
I'm with
point.
you.
No,
I'm
but
not.
that's
That
not,
is my
no,
point.
but that's not. But these are okay. We can say yes, he has. There are concerns. Why is he defending Islam, Muslims, and the Middle East as hardcore as he is?
Yeah.
Valid.
That's a
points,
valid
okay?
question.
That's my
But
That's
the
a
other
valid
part
question.
here, we have to be very careful. If all of a sudden somebody plays a clip in Russia, in
Yeah.
Israel, in Iran, in any of the countries that are enemies, and they show a clip of us,
you.
what are they going to say? Are they going to say, wait a minute, we always knew? No. Pump
Yeah.
the brakes.
I
just
would
think
say it
for
if they
me-
show it of you,
If they
Adam.
show
I'm going to go
one
yes.
random clip, just like Anna Paulina, we all said, guys, that was taken out of context. We all defended
Yeah,
her
but
without even knowing.
normal people are
Nobody
that.
in
We're
their right
normal
mind
people.
You're
should
assuming
defend Tucker because he's done 100
All
of
right,
those
let's go to the
clips.
next story. Vinny, his gear, faith over fear, tens of thousands of pieces sold out in a couple weeks. Tell us about faith over fear, Vinny.
Well, just letting everybody know, I appreciate everybody that's getting on board. I saw a guy at the airport that was wearing the Faith Over Fear. I was at a diner and some guy patted me on the back and was like, hey, what is that all about? And he wanted to know what Hebrews 11 chapter 1 was, and we got into a really good conversation. And I know I always talk about faith over fear being like in the Bible with the centurion soldier whose kid was healed, where Jesus just said, go, because of your faith, it's going to be healed. And the woman that had the bleeding issue that pushed through the crowd, that just touched Jesus's hem of his clothing, and he was healed. So I want people to know that that's back in the biblical days. Faith over fear still applies today. It's, you know, it's with starting a business when the numbers scare you, speaking the truth when silence feels safer. Fear waits for comfort, and faith moves with conviction. You guys can go on there right now. We have a hat that's coming soon. I don't want to give it away, but you guys can go to, is it FLB?
VTmerch.com.
Oh, VT Merch. Go to VTmerch.com. Guys, we have hoodies, we have hats, rock it, and let people know where you stand.
I love it. Go to VTmerch.com, place your order, buy it for yourself, your friends, your peers.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.